Yeah. Not sure we're quite there yet. Not sure I'm ready to reveal that information. How much my haircuts cost. Nope.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
All right, hey there, fashion friends. Welcome to today's episode. Super pumped that you're here with me. Okay, so today we are looking at things that I still spend a lot of money on as a minimalist. Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing because everybody's got a different sort of money meter, like where they're at on the scale. And I'd say we're definitely in that category of kind of in the middle where we definitely prioritize saving money. The good thing about my husband and I is I would say for the most part, we have a lot of the same priorities when it comes to spending our money. Obviously there's our moments of conflict, but I would say for the most part, we're on the same page, which also brings me to my sort of disclaimer. This episode is not about bragging or saying, like, oh, look at this, like, look what we can spend our money on. I'm more just sharing like what's kind of important to us and what we do spend our money on. But please know that we both have worked very hard to get to this point. We've sacrificed a lot. It's just more a fun video to kind of share with people that, like, even though I'm a minimalist and even though I am, try to take this minimalist approach and be a frugal person, there's definitely things that we like to spend our money on. I don't know if I need to say all of this. It's probably just making me sound like a twat. But all right, let's just get started here. Stay tuned to the very end to see what all 16 things have in common. Okay, so number 1 is jeans. So jeans, I probably spend like on average around like $150 to $200 on a pair of jeans. I don't buy a lot of jeans. I do definitely take a minimalist approach of less but better. So I'm more interested in buying jeans that I absolutely love and that fit me amazingly and that are super comfortable and are constructed really well and are gonna last a really long time and wear really well over time, or are, carry value in the sense that I could resell them if I decide to move on and get another pair or just wanna pare down, whatever it is. Okay, number 2 is music. I love music. I love including music in my videos. I think music is just, it's like the only thing in the world that can actually capture a feeling, can actually capture an emotion. Besides, obviously, like, I think also film and video can do the same, but I don't think film and video could do that without music. Yeah, I would say I listen to music for the most part throughout the whole entire day. As well as that, I use it a lot in my videos. So right now I probably spend a minimum of $20 a month because I pay $10 for Spotify and $10 for my Epidemic sound for like all the music that I use for my videos. But then on top of that, I probably spend maybe $5 to $10 a month as well on buying music from people on SoundCloud to use in videos. Okay, number 3 is aesthetics / decor. It's very few and far between. It's a hard one to gauge because I would say we don't spend money on it all the time, but when we do get decor or when we do get aesthetics, we do spend, like, we will shell out the money for something that's more quality and more aesthetically pleasing. We will definitely put research in. We won't just buy stuff just to buy stuff. We will definitely make those purchases very, very intentionally. Okay, number 4 is food. We spend a good amount of money on food. I'd say my husband's always been on a health kick since I've known him. He's always been into like good quality food. Over time, like even before we were vegan, vegetarian, we really prioritized the quality of our food. We were very interested in like organic. So we've always prioritized our food, like our grocery shopping, like especially when it comes to like smoothie ingredients. I feel like that will always be number 1 priority in our house is smoothie ingredients. As well as that, we're not afraid to spend money on good quality restaurants. It's not like we're like these pretentious people that only can eat at these like fancy restaurants. To us, it's strictly, we just want good quality, good tasting food. And as well as that, we love the ambience, we love the experience, we love the atmosphere. And for both of us, we're not like big partiers. We're kind of homebodies, if I'm being honest. We don't do a whole lot of like crazy activities. So for us, when we actually go out to a restaurant, that's kind of our event. That's kind of like our moment, our entertainment is when we go out for dinner. Number 5 is makeup. So I'd say these days, the minimum I spend on makeup, probably every other month. I don't think it's every month. It's probably every other month is like $90-ish, like $75 to $90. And the reason why I'm not afraid to spend money on makeup, because makeup is something that is sitting on your skin all day long. Your skin, your biggest organ of your body, is absorbing that into itself. So to me, best believe I want the best of the best sitting on that body part for sure. So that's probably the biggest motivation for me. As well as that, I've tried the drugstore brands. I've definitely been there. There've been some great options. Yep. But I think for me too, most of the ones that I spend my money on are really good quality and will last a lot longer. Like normally a little bit goes a long way. So I almost sometimes feel like it balances itself out, as well as that just better quality wear. So just meaning like lipstick that stays longer, eyeliner that doesn't run, that doesn't, that stays all day. Number 6 is footwear. The reason why is kind of the same reason for jeans, as jeans, is that one, boots or shoes are a very wasteful thing to make. So whatever I buy, I want to make sure that I love and I'm not going to get sick of, as well as that I want to make sure that they're, good quality construction and they're going to sustain over time. As well as that, if possible, they're going to hold their value. Number 7 is books/audiobooks. An audiobook these days runs about $17 an audiobook. Crazy, I know. Audiobooks are more than an actual physical book. I love physical books. I would actually prefer to read a real book more than anything else. It's just that at this time of my life, I don't necessarily have the luxury of reading a real book. I mean, I probably do if I would prioritize it, but I'm just not prioritizing it right now. So what I love about audiobooks is you can still read books, you can still bring in that knowledge, but you can, listen to it and maybe be cooking dinner or driving or something, while listening to an audiobook. Whether it's a guilty pleasure novel or an autobiography or like a self-help, self-improvement book, whatever it is, we see that as an extreme value. Number 8 is skincare/body care/hair care. Yeah, so I've kind of lumped this all into one, but otherwise we'd be here all day. But similar to makeup, I think skincare, body care, hair care is super important to prioritize for myself because it's things that are going directly on your body, sitting on your body all day long. So I will spend that money to get good quality ingredients and things that are going to benefit my body, my hair, my skin, versus disrupt it. The biggest one is hair care. So I've tried it all, like trust me, I have tried it all. And the ones that cost more, I'm not gonna lie, they just work better. They're just more effective. They're more effective and more long lasting. So their effects, their results are long lasting. So for me, as somebody that prioritizes my hair, I will not hesitate to spend $20, $30 for like one hair product, for like one pomade. No problem whatsoever. Along with that, they usually, again, kind of like makeup, a little bit goes a long way. So a lot of times, yeah, you can have that for a really long time. Like my Davines hair pomade, I think I buy one per year, if that. It might even be longer than that. All right, number 9 is bedding/bath. I guess to kind of put it in perspective, my favorite bedding brand is Parachute, and their sheets average around $100. I think that's a decent price for a good, high quality pair of sheets that you are sleeping on every single night, that you're sleeping on for 7 to 10 hours a night. Yeah, I actually don't think that that's that bad. Some people are spending crazy amounts, similar to the skincare, similar to the makeup, like something that is touching your skin for such a long period of time, and something that is has such an effect on good sleep. Like, yes, like sleep is such a massive priority to me. So you will always hear, like, my husband will always joke around that I will always say, like, my bedroom is my sanctuary, and I will do anything to make it that way. There's my little justification. All right, number 10 is socks. I love socks. Like, you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know, I love socks. I'm getting super repetitive with what I'm saying, but again, my feet are super sensitive and super, like, they control the temperature of my body. So if I have really crappy, like, icky material that isn't breathable, then it makes my feet like turn into like a little sweaty hot box, and then it just turns me into a sweaty mess and this irritable mess, and nobody wants that. So because I love socks and I love like stylistic socks, so I love like a good print, you know, because I love a good sock pop. I've spent $20 on a pair of socks before. I'm not ashamed. No, it's well worth it. Do it again. I will do it again. Yeah. All right, number 11 is learning. So today's video is actually brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is something that I definitely will spend money on because I prioritize learning. So Skillshare is this online destination with thousands of classes. So whether you're somebody that's an entrepreneur, a designer, somebody interested in marketing, somebody interested in social media or photography or video, whatever it may be, this is going to be a place that you will love because it will have all these curated, amazing classes for you to choose from. Why I love Skillshare specifically is I love how you can curate your sort of own collection of lessons and be able to save them to different playlists. So it makes it super easy to pause a class and come back later and just pick up right where you left off, or it's fantastic for coming back and revisiting a point that you want to refresh yourself on. I have so much fun taking all sorts of different classes, but the one that's helped me the most recently, I just hit my 3-year anniversary mark on YouTube. So I took Hamza Khan's Do Things, Tell People course, and it was just such a great breakdown of how to kind of come back to your why, how to kind of build that personal brand, and to really figure out your sort of elevator pitch or your sort of mission for why you're doing what you're doing. And for me, that was fantastic after 3 years to have this kind of very specific, very concise breakdown to revisit all of my whys, to revisit all of my motivations for this channel, and to kind of reassess my personal brand. So if you're somebody that wants to continue growing, continue learning, continue being creative, definitely check out Skillshare, and definitely click the link down below because the first 1,000 of you guys will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Okay, so number 12 is coffee. Because currently I am doing espresso, I'm spending about $1 per pod, which is like $1 per coffee. For a while we were doing we would go to like really nice coffee shops and would spend like a good amount of money on like a high-end cup of coffee. We love coffee, and I think coffee is one, it's like my lifeline. So getting up at 5 a.m. every morning, girl needs her cup of coffee. I just love a good quality cup of coffee. Okay, number 13, haircuts. I prioritize haircuts for sure. With COVID and with lockdown, as you guys know, if you've been following my channel for a while, if you're new here, I was doing like a DIY haircut during COVID, during that kind of lockdown year. That first summer I shaved my head because I just was like over it. And then over the rest of the time, I kind of grew it out and just kind of maintained it. And I'd been giving myself DIY haircuts for a really long time. And then when we moved here, you know, I was vaccinated and everything. So I felt, you know, when things started to open up more, I felt a little bit comfortable. So I did get my first professional haircut last month. The thing that I don't mind spending my money on a good haircut is because I have no problem spending money on somebody and their creativity and their sort of expertise. And I love being able to support a fellow creative. I don't just spend money on any hairstylist because I am very particular as well. That is why I've kind of enjoyed doing my own hair, because I'm so particular. I'm so particular and I have such a specific thing of what I want. So if I can find somebody that can kind of bring that fruition, then I'm okay with, you know, supporting that experience and that expertise. As well as that, I love the experience. Like going to a good salon, they go the extra mile for the experience. Like that is like my mama free moment. Like that is my moment to myself. Like that is my pampering moment. I don't do a lot of pampering. I don't do a lot of self-indulgent things besides getting my hair cut. So when I go and they say, would you like a drink? I'm like, yes, please. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock on a Wednesday, but girl needs a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, thanks. Number 14 is hotels. This is something that's joint with my husband. Both are really big on atmosphere, really big on our surroundings. I especially, like, I did struggle with like a little bit of anxiety when I was like young, when I was like middle school, high school. And for some reason, like atmosphere has a massive effect on that. So it's interesting because certain atmospheres can trigger certain feelings. And so with a hotel, like it's gotta be a good hotel. Like if it's giving me the heebie-jeebies, I can't do it. I can't relax. I can't sleep. And it's like, what's the point? I might as well be sleeping in my car. Big on atmosphere. We're big on aesthetics. Again, we're big on quality. And again, because we don't do a whole lot of crazy activities, it's another thing. It's kind of similar to going out to dinner. It's like, if we do go somewhere and stay in a hotel, we want that experience to be special. We want to have a special experience. And we're both very easily entertained. I'm not gonna lie. Like our weekend, like our couple weekends away, like when we get a weekend away together, we genuinely will prioritize the hotel over anything. So if there's a place that we're thinking about going and it doesn't have good hotels, we'll keep it moving. We'll find another location because it's such a big thing to us in our experience. I'm not talking about spending like a ridiculous amount of money. We're not like that baller status, but I'd say, yeah, like we're not afraid for like, you know, like a weekend away or whatever it is to spend roughly like around $200 to $400 a night. Number 16, grocery deliveries. Love a grocery delivery. So even before COVID, before lockdown, when we first moved to Portland, we moved into this like really cool apartment in Northeast Portland, but we were on the 3rd floor and we didn't have parking. So it was like street parking. So you just never knew what you were gonna get. Like, so grocery shopping was just super inconvenient. I know, like totally first world problems for sure. But then I discovered Prime Now and their grocery delivery from Whole Foods. Changed my life. And so even when we moved from that apartment, I said, when we move from the apartment, I'll go back to normal grocery shopping. But nope. When we moved to our house, easy access to grocery stores, but I was just addicted. I loved the freedom of it. Like I loved how much it alleviated, because I hate grocery shopping and I hate how much time it takes to grocery shop. Yeah, it just was so worth that ability to free up that time. And to me, it also, in a way, sort of saved money and made my grocery shopping much more efficient, because one, I didn't impulse buy, and two, I was able to meal plan a lot easier. So I actually just found it to be much more efficient just all together. During COVID, it was actually when I discovered the pickup order. When things kind of started to open up again, we're still like wearing masks and stuff. I didn't want to go in anywhere, but like rolling up and just having somebody bring me out my groceries wasn't that big of a deal. And it was like my only time that I actually got out. Like I've mentioned that before, where it was like my only time that I got out. So I would actually get like fully dressed up and styled to go pick up our groceries. So I have done that too. So that's much cheaper than the grocery delivery. So I probably like alternate between the two, because some weeks I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Like just bring me my food like a queen, you know? Bring me the food. Bring me the groceries. All right, so in the end, what do these all have in common, and why do we see them as a priority to spend our money on? Well, number one thing is I would say, for the most part, it's all about that quality over quantity. But the number one thing I would say that all of them have in common is they bring some form of value to our life. They bring some sort of value to the priorities of our life, being health, time, and quality. So that's kind of how we justify spending a little bit more money on these type of things. Like I said, this is more of like a self-deprecation, I would say, than anything. The things that we're willing to spend our money on, right? It is just interesting. And I think it is really important for us, extremely important for us, to always revert back to that gratitude. That if you are somebody that is able to spend a little bit of extra money on anything, you know, have all your needs met, and then be able to still have a little bit of money left over to spend on like a little luxury, is huge. And I think anybody that's in that position should definitely take that time to have that gratitude, to have that appreciation for where they're at in life. Because there are so many people out there that don't even have the bare minimum met. So not to get all preachy on you, but I do really think, you know, speaking to this sort of topic, we definitely can't let that point be lost. I'm going to link a few things down below that you can take a look at if you are feeling like you're in the giving mood, to also contribute to helping add value to somebody else's life. Okay, so you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe for future weekly episodes. All right, you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. Stay healthy. I'm serious. Stay healthy, stay safe, love, and support each other. We will definitely be chatting soon. Bye.